Hi guys, welcome back to my rabbit hole of K-pop. I am Atomic Rabbit. I have spent the whole day preparing to sit down behind this desk and watch 17's comeback. But I have gotten distracted these past couple of days so many times. I kid you not, this morning I woke up remembering that yesterday evening I was trying to put a cloth on my keyboard, but I forgot to do that. So I woke up remembering that the cloth was still on my desk. And then today I had the whole afternoon free. But for some reason, I started rearranging my shoes because they needed rearranging. And then I rearranged my albums as well because I have taken some out to resell. Because sadly, that is where my situation is at the moment. And then time went by and I still had to get groceries and food. And another thing that also happened was today is actually a hair wash day, but washing my hair has become a task that takes me hours because it turns out that I have wavy hair and you need to put a lot of care into that. Who knew? I didn't. I have discovered that over the course of the last year. But now it's gotten to a point where it literally takes me hours to wash my hair. So I was, waiting to record after I had washed my hair. But then it got later and later, and now it's 9 p.m. I was on the verge of deciding to keep it for tomorrow, but then it's going to be tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be another day where I'm like, yeah, no, but tomorrow is okay. So I just needed to kick my ass in gear. So I'm sitting here now. I have listened to the album, by the way, while I was rearranging my shoes and collecting all the albums. I have listened to it on repeat. I think I put the whole album on repeat for 13 times, probably one time for each member. It's a totally different album, and yet it is a 17 album. And by totally different, I mean that the sound from this album reminds me a lot of Monsta X's sound, which is great because I love Monsta X. But what makes it even greater is that it is 17. And another thing which makes it great is that 17 has a big reach. Like, a lot of people listen to 17. But I don't think that Monsta X's fandom is as big as 17's fandom. I feel slightly saddened by the fact that not so many people listen to Monsta X and love Monsta X's sound. But now that 17 has adopted a similar sort of sound for this album, I am hoping that by extension, more people will start to listen to Monsta X as well. Because the quality in both these groups and both these albums, the musicality and the dedication and the absolute genius that has been put into these albums, it is comparable. I will be saying different things for different artists, but I think it is worth mentioning that I can hear similarities. What I can also hear is the presence of a rock factor, as if Uji's Ruby was kind of an announcement of the sound that this album was gonna have. Vocally, I can hear that the rappers have become more vocalists, and the vocalists have also adopted more rap. I don't know if I can say rapping, but I'm sure you'll understand what I mean to say by that. My absolute favorites of this album, absolute favorites by far. I think these two songs just skyrocketed themselves up there in my top 10 favorite numbers for 17. Don Quixote and Domino. Those two. Absolutely amazing. And like I said, the overall sound of this whole album is something new and still familiar. And what hit me like a ton of bricks was I put the album on and I have heard I've heard a lot of fragments about it because I'm on social media, so it's impossible to avoid anything. So yes, I've seen a lot of arms, I've seen a lot of boobies, I've seen a lot of tongue action, I've seen a lot of smirks, I've seen some nipples, abs through shirts. Anyways, I've seen quite a lot of the guys. So that's great. So hot, I could sort of sing along. It was like I already knew it, the whole song, which wasn't the case, of course. It's still a new song, and when I'm gonna be watching the MV, I'm gonna still hear new things. And it's like a festival of music. Hot, the whole song is like a whole festival of music. There's so many different layers to that song. It's absolutely perfect. But also the other songs, and of course Darling, I know it, but the other songs as well, they started playing and I immediately started to sort of sing and hum along, even if it was the first time hearing the song. Which blew my mind because I hadn't heard these songs before. And there's one of them which reminds me of another song from 17, but I can't figure out for the life of me which one it is. So it isn't an exact copy, which is obviously not possible because they would never copy their previous songs unless it is to make a remix for it. And still then it becomes sort of a new song. But it reminded me of one of the earlier songs from one of the previous albums, and I can't figure out which one, but it's a new song. And still, I was just there humming along to it, and now I sort of know it by heart, and I've been mumbling words and singing random lines from these songs throughout the remainder of my day until now. So that was my sort of short review. An explanation as to why it has taken me so long to sit my ass down in this chair. I will now be watching the official MV as well as the behind the scenes for the MV that was posted a couple of days ago. And today they posted 3 live stages. I will include them in this video, hoping that Hype hasn't blocked them for copyrights on YouTube. If that is the case, I will have to publish it on Patreon. And if that happens, I apologize once again and in advance. Not all of you will be able to see it at once because Dropbox blocks the link if it gets viewed too many times within a certain amount of time, and then it takes 24 hours to unblock, and so forth and so forth. So I really apologize for the inconvenience. It will be up there. It's not going to be gone. It's just going to be invisible for for 24 hours. But I don't know when it gets blocked. Well, I do know when it gets blocked because I get an email notification for it, but it usually happens during night because that's when you guys are the most active, when I'm asleep. Anyways, you will be able to see it, but you just have to be patient if you can't get on it right away. But I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, that I don't need to put you through that. Let's get into Hot 17. Oh dear Lord. Well, the attitude. Oh wow, June. He looks dangerous. Yeah, this is sadly no surprise to me anymore because I've seen his hair. It looks oh.
거짓말 없어 우리 확실해
Oh my god.
우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot.
Oh.
이 노래 burning like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot. Yeah, I'm running too hot, 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 hot. 깊은 숨을 다녀. 깊은 바다 위에 태양이야. 우린 through the fire. 한결 다시 넘버. 우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot. 이 노래 burning like hot, 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 hot. Drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot. Yeah, I'm running too hot, 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 hot. 태양을 향해 불 붙여라 아주 뜨겁게. 태양을 향해 불 붙여라 뜨거워 이 노래 everybody dance up.
Well, okay. I feel like I just watched something illegal, something that I wasn't supposed to watch. I am used to Monster X being like this. I'm not used to 17 being like this. And it wasn't just one member, it wasn't just 5 members. I have seen the dance team's performances to their song, just basically I've seen, I can't even speak anymore. All of them go off. They are seriously incredibly sexy. All of them. It's like I just watched 13 Magic Mics. But Magic Mics that you watch that you don't even understand that they are real. You don't understand what is happening on that screen. That's how I feel. That's how they just made me feel. I have seen countless tweets of people just losing their shit over 17's hot MV. And I thought, how bad can it be? I've seen TikTok clips. I've seen stage stills of Mingyu in that outfit with that one bare shoulder and him just the hot movements. I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. My boobs are too big. His are okay. There's a difference between male boobs and female boobs. I've seen those. I've seen tweets of people saying that they were completely bias wrecked or that they biased all of them because they didn't know anymore. And I thought, how bad can it be? How bad can it be? I got my answer. It's pretty bad. It's really bad in the best of ways, but it's really, 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 really. I think out of all my groups and all of my ultimate groups, I just have the biggest weakness for 17 because it's very different from what I have with 80s and what I have with Monsta X. For those two groups, it's really, really clear and it's really, really stable. But 17 has there's something with those 13 members of 17 that just make me completely lose my mind every time they drop something new. And every time, it's still pretty clear. I'm so rambling right now. I'm really sorry about that. Maybe I should just go back and watch this again. I know I've got live performances coming after this, which is going to be insane again. But that will help me cool down, I hope. Maybe, probably not. I'm just speaking at this moment. I just, for once, my brain is sort of quiet, and it hasn't been quiet for a very long time, but at this moment I'm really just talking from my gut. This is all just guts being spilled out on this table. Just well, I don't know who I am anymore. The only thing I know for sure is that I want to watch it again because too much happened in here and I was not prepared. I thought I was prepared, but I was not prepared. I was so not prepared. This reminds me. I wanted to say something about that. The start of this, the way it kicks off with Vernon and Mingyu and the Eight, it's genius. And then it continues throughout the whole song that the choice of voices and the choice of alternates, like the back and forths, it's so perfect. It makes so much sense and it sounds so well. Why does this hit like a midlife crisis? It's like I have no idea who these guys are. Imagine becoming a carrot now. Oh. Who came up with this choreo? I seriously want to cry right now. Remember Benny Benassi with that video clip with the women? Sorry, I can't speak and concentrate. Benny Benassi had a like that hit somewhere early 2000s, and I can't remember the title, but the video clip was one of women holding all kinds of construction tools, and they were wearing not very much. That pose that Hoshi just did. It reminds me of that so much. Where is he? Also, Hoshi, this is just perfect for Hoshi and the way he dances, but also the way he sings because he has so much power. This. Also Songkwan. Drop it like hot, hot, hot. Oh, take a feeling so hot. You know they burning like hot, 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 hot. We need to drop it like hot, hot, hot. Oh, take a feeling so hot. Yeah, I'm running too hot, 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 hot. That hip sway is why I wanted to pause because I want to watch Vernon again, and I also don't mind the 8. Until now, I have not considered Songkwan to be sexy. He's a beautiful man. Don't get me wrong. He is a beautiful man to watch at. But I have never, in this setting, in this way, considered him sexy. And now just every single one of them is Magic Mike. The hip thing. Oh. I need more hits. This duo as well, again.
우리는 dropping like hot, hot, hot. 어떻게 feeling so hot? 이 노래 burning like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 dropping like hot, hot, hot. 어떻게 feeling so hot? Yeah, I'm running too hot, 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 hot. 태양을 향해 불 붙여라 아주 뜨겁게. 태양을 향해 불 붙여라 뜨거워 이 노래 everybody dance up.
It's like they're
모두 우리 쳐다봐 태양을 달리는 마차 계속 달려 oh. Juicy 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 조성이 울려 퍼지 down 태양을 마음에도 쏴 I just wanna do this Juicy juicy 알았어 크게 차요 세상에 사정없이 달려 태양 끄자고 밟아 켜줘 오히려 우리 내 fire 뭘 따라가려 해 뭘 따라가려 해 방식대로 더 우리 방식대로 돌아 Say 뜨거워 하늘은 하늘은 붉은색 모든 세상에 빛을 하는 듯해 벅찬 심호흡과 리듬과 your vibe 맹태양의 내일을 걸어봐
Why does he always smile like that? Why? Why, Joshua? Why do you have to smile?
어제가 feeling so hot 이 노래 burning like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 dropping like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot yeah I'm running too hot, 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 hot. 태양을
I'm just laughing at this point because it's what else can I do? You're losing part of your costume.
태양을 향해 불 붙여라 뜨거워 이 노래 everybody dance 나팔을 불어라 사막의 파도 사이로 drive away I don't wanna one more chance
His voice.
순간의 모든 걸 걸을래 태양을 향해 던지고 있던 내 그림자는 다시 비치네
This, the shadow?
뜨겁게 거짓말 없어 우리 확실해
Oh wait, it's also see-through. Okay. Oh, okay.
우리는 dropping like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot, yeah, I'm running too hot, 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 hot. 부딪히고서 달려 깊은 바다 위에 태양이야. 우리 through the fire, 한계가 넘어. 어느새 우리 높이 올라갔어. 태양이 돼버릴 거야.
There's so much to look at.
어제가 feeling so hot, 노래 burn like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 dropping like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot, yeah, I'm running too hot, 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 hot. Let's go. 태양을 향해 불 붙여라 아주 뜨겁게. 태양을 향해 불 붙여라 뜨거워 이 노래 everybody dance up.
It's so hot that they do the 17 logo formation in this one.
나의 마음 멜로디로 담은 노래 너를 노래해 지금부터 이 노래 너만이 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 따라 너만이 다가져줘 너는 alright 널 다 알고 싶었다고 oh no 알잖아 내 맘 wait baby wait baby oh 내 심장 내 tele폰을 녹았어 커져가는 심장 소리 붐붐붐붐 oh yeah 내가 날 보면 너와 HIJKLOV yeah 사랑받는 길에서 너의 삶을 잡아 떨어지지 않아 oh yeah 너는 날 시선 보이 나의 마음 멜로디로 담은 노래 너를 노래해 지금 지금부터 이 노래 청개구리 baby 하지 말라면 자꾸 baby 혹여나 자네가 나를 밀고자 하는 의지가 있다면 그것은 잠시 접도록 하오 아껴 모아둔 사랑을 퓨퓨퓨퓨 쏘네 세상 모든 눈이 같은 또 배되네 사랑받는 길에서 너의 손을 잡아 떨어지지게 나 oh yeah yeah 너는 날 She's a point 나의 마음 멜로디로 담은 노래 노래 해 지금부터 이 노래 너만이
Ad-libs sound so delicious in my ears. Like an I don't know. Like an even more feel-good version of Campfire. Like it's the same sort of feeling. Okay, sorry, I can't sing because the sound is not being picked up right. There's a delay.
Cause I know that our love was hotter than the sun. Yeah, the taste of this tequila I'm drinking now is a bit of the moment.
Outfit choices.
I want to know a problem, what type of DNA pressing my feet and worrying to you, babe. Yeah, you're ready for your cry every night, but I can't wait no more. Telling you, foo-foo, sorry, telling you. You know without you I'm so lonely. When you're not here now, I'm calling into your heat again. I'm diving. You, baby. You know without you, I'm so lonely. You won't be here now, one calling. Only to you, I'm always diving. Darling you, baby. Darling, leave me under the sun. I know that you're my one. I don't wanna let you go. I can think of being alone. What am I supposed to do? And I gotta let you know you got my heart like it's yours. Don't wanna say goodbye. If you know this, I want to know a problem, what type or DNA. This is my feet and worry to you, babe. Yeah. You ready for a call every night, but I can't wait no more. Telling you, sorry, telling you. You know without you, I'm so lonely. When you're not here, now one calling into your heat again. I'm diving. I'm so lonely. If you be here now, one calling. Falling to you, I'm always diving. Darling you. I see you see me. I care for you, you care for me. We can be all we need. Promise I won't take you for granted. I won't treat you better. I won't treat you better. I will see you better. I will see you better. So honey, now come into my arms, yeah. Kiss me, baby. Baby, you know without you I'm so lonely. When you're not here now, one calling into your heat again. I'm diving. You know without you I'm so lonely. If you won't be here now, one calling. Only to you I'm always diving. Telling you, baby.
There is something so reassuring about Wooji's wings whenever he's center. Wait, are you... Okay, you just load for a bit while I check if you're giving me subs in English. Yes, you are, for once. Ooh. I wanted to say something. Oh, yes. I have watched Business Proposal this past weekend. I just binged it. I loved it. It's a great series. It's really entertaining. It's a perfect romantic comedy, or a comedy about romance. It's perfect. The only thing that I can't unsee is that the female lead, who's called Sejong, I believe, who is a K-pop idol, or was a K-pop idol. She's a singer. She looks like Sungkwan, and I can't unsee it. So I've been watching that series, and it was just like I was looking at a female Sungkwan. And now I'm seeing him in here, and it's like I'm watching the male version of the actress in Business Proposal. I can't unsee, and I'm sorry if I ruined it for you now, but yeah. This looks on DK. Dear Lord.
여기는 바로 핫 뮤직비디오 촬영 현장입니다. 제가 첫 번째 순서인데 날씨가 되게 좋기도 하고 되게 서부 느낌이 나는 그런 컷들을 좀 진행을 했었는데 멋있고 좀 당차게 한번 해본 것 같습니다.
Yeah, you succeeded. You too. This whole look on him. Is he even wearing?
파트랑
Oh,
그리고
okay.
파트랑 연결하면 같이 찍는 부분이 있는데 여기서 약간 모터바이 돌면서 차 위에서 노는 장면 찍었습니다. 근데 차 위에 노는 거 생각보다 어려워요.
약간 이번에 노래가 되게 저돌적인 이미지가 강한데 첫 번째가 이제
That piercing suits
뭘
him.
따라가려 하냐
Never
우리
thought I'd say
방식대로
this, but it suits him.
보여주자 약간 이런 가사인데 그 이미지에 맞게 정말 뭔가 되게 오토바이와 자동차가 너무 잘 어울리게 촬영이 된 것 같아요. 세트장이 너무 이쁘지 않아요? 퀄리티가
저희가 오랜만에 정말 좀 핫한 노래로 왔잖아요. 뭔가 컨셉이 너무 확실해서 정말 오랜만에 이런 느낌으로 욕심이 나는 것 같아요. 좀
You
강한,
also succeeded.
칠한 느낌. 퍼포먼스 보시면 다 좋아하실 거라는 확신이 들어서 자신 있어요.
딱 어제 격리 끝나고 오늘 바로 뮤비 촬영장에
오,
왔습니다.
그렇게 오랜만이지도 않아요.
뭐 반갑긴 해. 뭐야 왜 발음이 안 돼? 저희가 쉬는 동안 말을 너무 안 하다 보니까 한국어도 까먹었나 봐요. 반갑긴 해요. 반갑긴 해요. 했는데 애들이 막 반겨줘서 좋더라고요.
뮤비 촬영 끝나고 이거 선물로 못 받나?
우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제 I'm feeling so hot. 노래 버는 like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제 I'm feeling so hot. Yeah, I'm running too hot, hot, hot.
저희는 지금 사하라 사막에 나와 있습니다. 농담. 소품 세트 감독님께서 가져가라고 하셨대. 너무 예쁜데? 이게 또 괜히 파란색 이런 거 좋아해가지고 너무 예쁜데? 너무 내 스타일인데? 뮤직비디오 촬영 현장입니다. 타이틀곡 제목은 핫.
우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제 I'm feeling so hot. 노래 버는 like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 drop it like hot.
that dance wasn't made with girls in mind. That's for sure. Or okay, it depends how you look at it.
아 멋있다.
파란랑 회색 약간 뭔가 그런 느낌이지 않아?
초록.
초록 있어?
아니.
이번에 노래를
파란색.
하시잖아요. 그래서 머리도 뜨겁게 했습니다.
뜨거워 이 날씨.
가슴은 뜨겁게 거짓말 없어 우리 확실해.
Once again, the fact that 17 is with enough members to not have backup dancers present for these kind of formations. Heaven! Heaven!
우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot. 이 노래 burning like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot. Yeah, I'm running too hot, hot, hot.
DK's visuals. But then again, all of their visuals.
아 그거 하지 마 제발. 그거 보여야 되는데.
I love how Dino just pops off.
아 준비. 가만히 있어. 가만히.
이 노래 burning like hot.
With that last part.
우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot.
모래가 잔뜩 쌓여있는 그런 장소입니다. 좀 색다른 그런 로케이션이고요. 나름의 재미가 있는 것 같습니다. 여러분들도 즐겨주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
타락한 전설이에요. 날개가 떨어져서 제가 그 날개를 들고 돌아다니는 서성거리는 약간 그런 촬영을 한 것 같습니다.
The black hair looks really good. It's like this is just. Guys, we're not just angels, we're not just these perfect. We're also this.
핫은 말 그대로 정말 뜨거움이 느껴지는 음악이에요. 그래서
오케이.
태양을 향해 가는 세븐틴의 모습이 아주 정확하게 담긴 음악이라고 생각을 하고 굉장히 태양처럼 정열적인 에너지를 느끼실 수 있는 그런 곡입니다.
That's for
많이
sure.
들어주세요.
It's a fire sign song.
재밌었어요. 그 차창 깰 때가 제일 재밌었던 것 같아요.
For some reason, this is such a Minghao scene. Or
이렇게 돌아가면서 뭔가 제가
Setting.
쏜고 미친 것 같은 사람처럼 잘 나올지 모르겠지만 일단 초성을 다 해봤어요. 네. 그래서 뮤비에서 어떻게 나올지 저도 너무 궁금하고 이번에 머리도 빨간색으로 염색을 캐고 그래서 뭔가 되게 기대감과 열정감도 꽉 차 있어요. 그래서 이번 노래를 통해 다시 DLC의 열정 보여주고 싶고 그리고 세븐틴도 정말 멋있는 모습을 캐럿들한테 보여주고 싶습니다.
Minghao is kind of like the Joker, Batman's Joker in a circus
어디가 약간 미쳐 있고
act.
좀 시크하면서도
Knife throwing act.
휴지와 이제 펜과 의자 등등 이런 소품들로 제가 다양하게 표현을 했는데 많이 새로울 것 같아서 기대 많이 해주셨으면 좋겠어요.
뜨거워 하늘은 난 하늘은 붉은색 모든 세상에 빛을 하는 듯해
핫하네.
핫하게 불을.
귀가 지금 불을 나고 있네.
태양을 향해 불 붙여라 아주 뜨겁게 태양을 향해 불 붙여라 뜨거워 drive away. I don't wanna one more chance. 이 순간에 모든 걸 걸을래.
우지는 춤추고 있을 때 제가 바다에 들어서 이게 우지 그림자의 역할 맡는 안녕하세요 문크림입니다.
우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot. 이 노래 burning like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot. Yeah, I'm running too hot, 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 hot. 깊은 숲을 헤치고서 달려.
상처를 받지만 손을 닦아나지 않고 얼굴에 좀 묻히는 장면을 찍었는데 감독님께서 킬링 포인트라고 하셔가지고 부담이 되는데 잘 나온 것 같아요. 저는 이제 오늘 뮤비 촬영이 않는데 저도 결과물이 너무 기대되고 결과물이 나오면 누구보다도 우리 캐럿들이 좋아해 주셨으면 좋겠어요. 캐럿 많이 기대해 주시고 저도 많이 기대하고 부르도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Yeah, I'm running too hot, 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 hot.
저는 이번 세븐틴 정규 4집의 핫 뮤직비디오가 끝이 났습니다. 진짜 이제 3일 동안 너무 고생하신 모든 분들 진짜 감사드리고 여러분들께 멋진 모습 많이 보여드릴 테니까
They did
이번
all
활동도 많이
that
기대해주시고
in 3 days.
감사합니다. 컴백 때 봐요.
I just need to applaud Wuji's ability to explain this concept of 13 guys looking like magic mics as something completely poetic, like running towards the sun and facing the sun and raising sort of from the shadows or accepting your shadow self as well. And I'm slightly joking about it, but I'm also serious about it because I do understand the concept and I can also see how they brought it to life. I can see that in their performances. I can hear it in the album. And it is like a declaration of them becoming men. And they already were, because 17 is one of the most mature groups in the existence of K-pop. And they're also an older group, so they are pretty experienced. They know what they're doing. For me, somehow I'm connecting the word gentleman to 17. It's also their demeanor and the way they treat people and the way they communicate and the way they keep themselves. They are graceful. Graceful is a better word, not necessarily gentleman, but that ability to be really graceful, and it's a natural thing in 17. From that gracefulness, from that steadiness, from that foundation that they have as a group but also as people, and they have reached that level of maturity where they can comfortably come out of a certain shell, or that they can express another part of themselves as a group but also as men. They are still young men, but they're going towards that, and some of them already have reached that certain part, that certain age where this fire sort of erupts. And that happens towards the end of your 20s, early 30s. There is a certain fire that just, something catches fire and it just flames up, and you have to sort of deal with it, and you grow from it, or it fuels you. It fuels a certain aspect of yourself. And these guys are pure artists, so of course that is something that you're going to put into your work. And that's on a serious note. Besides that, I'm glad I put the making of at the end and put those extra clips in there because it allowed me to cool off. Now I'm going to be editing this so that you guys can see me freak out tomorrow when I post this. I will try to kick my ass back in gear more often because I have a whole lot of 17 to get to. I know that. That is also one of the things that I remembered this morning when I woke up, that I have a lot of 17 MVs to watch. And I want to get to them. I really want to. I want to. It's my brain and my being that are in the way of me trying to live my life. Okay, I need to get that in check. I'm working on it. Please bear with me. Thank you so much for joining me on my couch. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one, guys. Annyeong.